Alright, so what is next? Well, today I'm going to be giving you guys a deck profile of some set 6 decks. I'm going to be doing kind of like a little mini series of all the set 6 leaders, starting with the Son Goku, Bonds of Friendship Son Goku. Then I'm going to be creating kind of like my kind of type of deck, not really strongly competitive, but semi-competitive. Um, that can go against like other decks and locals and things like that. But yeah, I'm going to be doing like a little mini series here to kind of go forward, creating decks for the leaders of set 6. Instead of just taking cards that come out of set 6 and put them in older decks, I'm going to actually try to utilize a lot of the set 6 cards and how it kind of changes the game and changes the format. So first thing, like I said, I'm gonna start off with the Son Goku Bonds of Friendship. It's a black leader card, and it's awakened, or excuse me, its front side is a permanent. First of all, it has a permanent. If there's a skillless battle card in your drop area, you can awaken with 6 life or less, which is really good because you do want to awaken as early as possible. Then it's activate name or activate main. Once per turn, choose one 4-star Dragon Ball in your hand and reveal it. Then draw one card, and this card gets 5k for the duration of the turn. Then it also is a untap 1 and draw 1 leader, so it's 1-for-1 leader. Then on the Awakened side, you have Bonds of Friendship Son Goku. Once per turn, choose one 4-star Dragon Ball, draw 2 cards, and then discard 1 card to the drop area. So you just get to draw 2 instead of 1, but you don't get the 5k boost, unfortunately, now. But then his auto is once per turn. When you combo with the skillless battle card, it gets 5,000 attack or 5,000 combo for the duration of the turn. So it instantly turns in a skillless battle card combo into a super combo just without the draw. So I'm going to show you these 2 deck variants real quick, and then I'm also going to show you my second, I'm going to show you my second one as well, just in case you guys don't want to wait until the end to kind of see the structure of the deck and how it works. I can just let you guys like pause the video and just take down the information right there. I know some people kind of want to rush through deck profiles. They kind of don't want to wait as long to hear people's explanations. That's totally fine. But for the people who do want to know why to use certain cards, and the people who want to know how certain things work, combinations of things, that's where I'm going to go forward and kind of do that. Do this video for them as well, because I do like to explain to people instead of just rushing through a lot of previous deck profiles I used to do earlier and on. But anyways, going forward for my 4 skillless battle cards we're going to be running 4 Super Saiyan Son Goku, 4 Super Saiyan Vegetas, 4 Great Saiyaman, and then 2 Super Saiyan Blue Son Gokus. And these are one of the strongest skillless battle cards you can get. They're 2-drop hardcast of 2 blue though, but we're never going to be hardcast them, hardly ever. That's not their purpose for. We're going to be bringing them out using other autos and things like that, and they get around Black Mass Saiyan because they are above 15k, so we don't have to worry about Black Mass Saiyan or things like that. But there's what 20,000 attack power, or yeah, attack power. That's a beat stick on its own merit. So it forces your opponent to drop 3 cards if they don't want to take the life at on the front side, and then 2 cards on their awakened side, which is really good without a super combo. Yeah, and same thing goes for Great Saiyaman here as well. 3 costs 30k, just puts a lot of pressure on our opponent, which we do want to kind of put the pressure on them and kind of control the field as well. And then we're playing 3 Bonds of Friendship Android 8s. Android 8, if you didn't know what this card does, when you play this card, you can look at the top 7 cards on top of your deck. And then choose 1 skillless battle card and add it to your hand. So this is just for combo power purposes. Like I said, we do want to put some cards on a drop, that way you can play them a lot better. We do want, yeah, that way you can like recycle them and things like that. And then also the auto is when a Son Goku childhood is it's KO'd by opponent or removed from the battle area by any means, even combo in it, which is really good, or by a skill of some sort, then you can KO 1 of your opponent's battle cards on the field with no restriction outside of barrier, obviously. They were running 4 Son Goku The Adventure Begins, and with this card, this is how we recycle our 4-star Dragon Ball. Activate main, once per turn, choose 1 4-star Dragon Ball from your deck or drop area, so you can, that's how you recycle it, and then add it to your hand. And then activate main, pay 2 energy, any 2 energy. If your leader card is black, which ours is, choose up to 1 skillless battle card with the energy cost of 3 or less from your deck or drop area and play it. then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So it lets us, like I said, recycle it. So we can combo with it for the 5k or 10k on the Awakened side, and then actually pay 2 energy to play that 30k like Great Saiyaman or Super Saiyan Vegeta. But we're probably going to go for that Great Saiyaman, to be honest. Okay, so we're running the Sparking combo, Temporal Rescue Trunks, just because we're going to have a lot on our drop. We're not going to be warping in this one. Like the next one, we're going to be warping a lot. But this one, we're going for the Sparking combo. They were running 4 Training Buddy Krillin because his auto is when we play this card, we can, for 2 costs of energy, so we get him on the field, and then we could choose 1 skillless battle card with 2 or less from our drop area and play it. So we get 2 bodies on the field, one 15k and one 20k. And then its secondary effect is we choose 1 opponent's battle card, and it loses 5,000 attack power for the duration of the turn. So that's also an added effect. You can kind of get around like Borgos and things like that. A lot of those sitter cards that just sit there and wait for us to do something. And then it also lets us get past like certain cards that we just have trouble getting on. It just makes it a -1 from our opponent's hand if they want to save it. Then we have Vegeta Reluctant Reinforcement. So this card actually, or excuse me, let's go back to the Black Mask Saiyan Devastator. This card is really good just because we are playing a lot of Saiyans. So in this deck, we're at least running about 15 Saiyans just from the top row here. And then plus our super combos, we got about 20 right there. And then including itself, 23. And then adding these two guys, we got 28 Saiyans. So we're running about 28 Saiyans or so. So it's going to be really easy to get his auto. And if you guys don't know what his auto is, he has a automatic crit. And then his auto is when this card attacks, if your leader card is black and you have 15 or more Saiyans in your drop area or you're in your opponent's drop area, so combining them both, when this card fails to do damage or its an attack is negated, or if its attack is negated and it fails to do damage with the battle with our leader card, then we get to warp 1 of their life from our opponent's side. So they're either taking a crit or they're taking a warp life. If they negate this or combo out, then that's even a loss for them because they're still going to take the hit regardless. Then for Vegeta Reluctant Reinforcement, this card is a newer card that's going to be coming out the special editions or the Miraculous Revival promo, basically. It's kind of like what we have with the Super Baby Vegetas and the Path of Greatness Son Goku to like kind of revive the Colossal Warfare decks. This is for Miraculous Revival. This guy won't be legal until April 1st. Like all these other ones are legal today, which is really good, this Friday. But we put him in his deck right now just because going forward, he's going to be a great addition. So basically, as barrier, and when you play this card, if your leader card is black, black Saiyan, excuse me, you mill the top 5 cards on the top of your deck. This is kind of helps our bursting combo to kind of get our cards into the drop area, and then activate main. What cost of 1 energy? We can basically send this card to the drop and then play any 19k black card from our drop area, and then just play it right there. So this is how we recycle our Black Mask Saiyan the Devastator and also our Black Mask Saiyan Splinter Your Mind, which you don't know what this card does when you play this card. Yeah, when you play this card, we can choose up to 1 of our opponent's battle cards and send it to the warp with no restriction. And then when this card attacks, we have Sparking 7, which would be really easy for this deck. If our leader card is black, we choose 2 cards from our life and we send it to the warp. And then we can choose one life from our opponent's and then send that to the warp as well. So since we awaken at 6, we can actually do this at 6 life, which would be really good. We can kind of like beat down our opponent all the way to 4 because that's what they want to go to. We play that Black Mask Saiyan Devastator, attack with them, neg them 1 with that one, and then we can play our Black Mask Saiyan Splinter in Mind as well. So we can kind of like set up the plays by keeping him on the field 1 turn, milling that 5, hitting both of these guys, and then the next turn when we have 4 energy, pay 1 to kind of bring either one of these guys out. Most likely Black Mask Saiyan Devastator. Bring him out, swing with him, and then kind of just set up more plays. Or opposite side, we can kind of like bring him out and then play Black Mask Saiyan so we can take out 2 life if we do the damage, which is really good. And this guy's attack still goes through, which is really nice. So they're going to stay on the combo out through this one. And they're playing 3 Shinrans, Figure of Majesty, just because of its combo plays. Since you do get to automatically draw 1 regardless of whatever you choose. With the Sparking of 5, you choose the 2. You can choose 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode, which helps us as well. You can choose 1 card with 2 or less energy and play it. So we have multiple options for that. We got our 1 drops here, and then we have our 2 drops. The Super Saiyan Vegeta, the Super Saiyan Goku's. And then it also has choose one of your battle cards or leader cards and gets 5k power and critical for the duration of the turn, which is really good too. Then we're playing 4-star Dragon Balls. So if you don't know what this card does, for the cost of 0 energy, when you play it, it gets you 5k for duration of the battle. And then if it's a skillless battle card that's being attacked or attacking, it gets another additional 5k. So it gets 10k if it's a skillless battle card, which is really good on our side. Then we're running 2 8 or 8s. That way, because it gets back our cards from the warp as well as a drop, so it kind of recycle it, so we can kind of keep playing it, even though we're not going to be warping anything. And then we're running 4 power bursts for our negates. This one lets it get back our 1 drops, and also that good sparking ability, which we're really gonna like. So let's get back our Android 8s or Son Gokus if we don't have any more, which is really good. So moving on to the next decks, a lot of these cards are going to be recycled. But instead, we're going more for aggro warping approach. So the last deck is more about the drop area. This one's about the warping. So obviously the leader is the same, and then we're running a lot more red and blue. We're running 3 Piccolos, so they're just 2 drop 20k. 4 for the Destruction Champos for the double strike. So when basically we just combo for this card for 10k energy and to get that double strike to our attacking battle card. This one you don't have to announce that you're choosing anything, not like hidden Isekai, so that's good. And we're still playing the 2 Super Saiyan Son Goku and Vegetas, 4 of these apiece. And then we're playing 3 Great Saiyaman, so we decreased it by 1, just because we're focusing more on that warp. Still the same 4 Son Goku, the adventure begins. But in this one we're playing 3 Gravies, Gravy and Miko's Thrall, just because when this card attacks or combo, we can get back 2 cards from our drop area and add it to our 2 cards from our warp and add it to our drop area, stuff like that. So it doesn't need it to be a battle card or anything like that. It just can be 80 cards. So this is how we recycle our 4-star Dragon Balls if we have to like warp them out. They're running the warp super combo. So as soon as we have 5 cards or more in our warp area, we can play this one. Since we awaken at 6, we kind of want to be able to let our super combos be active as well. We don't want to use the 4 or less super combos. They're running 3-dimensional support trunks. So if we pay 1 energy with the overwhelm of 3, we can bring out a 2 costs or less battle card, skillless battle card, and it gains critical for the duration of turn, which is really good. They're running 3 dark control Demon God Demigra. This card is really good. It has a dark overwhelm of 3, so it stays on the field with a cost of 3 energy. And when this card attacks, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and send it to the warp. If it's a battle card, you get the combo with that card, so it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. They're running 4 Encroaching Darkness Demigra. This card is really good for our setup plays. With the overwhelm of 4, it gives all Demigra cards with a cost of 7, Xeno Evolve of 3, and it also stops your opponent from attacking with battle cards with original attack power of 10,000 or less for until the next turn. So no more double strike, or excuse me, no more Kabas or Anticipying Power Trunks or Awakening Talent Pants. Kind of shuts them down. And it also shuts down like the Gogeta decks, the red Gogeta decks, because they like to play the cards and then swing, and then it goes back to your hand. So we kind of stop the swinging at least. And then for our combo with this card, we have Temporal Darkness Demigra. So this gets played for 3 costs instead of the original 7 black cards in a drop area with the energy cost of 4. It gets paid for just 3, regardless of our drop, so it doesn't need to overwhelm. And then with this card, when you play this card, you can choose 1 battle card with energy cost of 4 or less from your drop area and then play it. So we have multiple options. Our entire deck is actually outside of Temporal Darkness Demigra can be played. We have the Piccolos, we have Further Champa, we have Great Saiyaman, which would probably be our good target as well. But we're mostly going to be going for that Dark Control Demigra just for the hen spice. Then we're running 3 4-star Dragon Balls, and we're also running 4 8 or 8s just because we probably won't be having 5 in our drop to use a sparking effect. So if we have to pay the energy, we at least want to be able to add 1 card to our hand, and we want to be able to add like a skillless battle card, so we can also get the leader's active auto ability as well. So that's gonna be the first deck we got here. Is Son Goku, Bonds of Friendship of Son Goku. Later on, I'm going to be probably posting another deck profile of the other leaders that come out set 6. So I'm really pumped up for that, and probably like the promo leaders are gonna be coming out as well. So up until the full release date on March 15th, I believe that's when the full release comes out. Set 6. I'm going to be putting out these deck profiles each day for each leader. So stay tuned for some more of those. If you like the video, obviously like it. If you have any opinions on like what you want to see going forward, kind of decks you want to or kind of decks you want to run with the leaders, go ahead and just comment down below. And if you're new, obviously subscribe. Well, until next time, see you.